Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning to the estimate professor and fellow student, whom I cannot mention one by one. I hope today in the future we all remain healthy and continue to receive endless blessing from God Almighty. Here I will give a speech about the newest president of Indonesia, Mr. Prabowo Subianto. Prabowo Subianto Joyo Hadikusumo, born on October 17, 1951, is a political businessman and retired Indonesian Army general who currently serves as the 8th President of Indonesia since October 20, 2024. His father, Sumitro Joyo Hadikusumo, was from Kebumen, Central Java, and was an economist and a politician from the Indonesian Socialist Party. He had just completed his term as Minister of Industry in the Nasir Cabinet. April 1952, Prabowo's mother, Dora Mary Sigar, known as Dora Sumitra, was a Protestant Christian of Minahasa descent coming from the Mengkom family in Langguan, North Sulawesi. Prabowo's career began in the military in 1976. He started his military service as a second lieutenant in the Indonesian Army after graduating from the military academy in Magelang. From the 1976 to 1985, he served in the Special Forces Command, which was the elite unit of the army at the time. Throughout his military career, he achieved numerous accolades and was promoted to various ranks, playing an important role in Indonesian military. On March 20, 1998, Prabowo was appointed as commander of the Strategic Reserve Command, overseeing around 11,000 reserve soldiers. In May 1998, he retired from the military after completing his service. Following his military career, Prabowo pursued business career, following in the footsteps of his brother in the business. He achieved considerable success owning and managing 27 companies both in Indonesia and abroad. He later ventured into politics, first running for president in 2004 as a candidate from the Golkar Party. However, he was unsuccessful. In 2008, along with his brother Hasim Joyo Hadikusumo, former student activist Fadlizon, former Deputy 5 of the State Intelligence Agency Mukidi Purwoporjono, and other notable figures, Prabowo founded the Great Indonesian Movement Party Gerindra. He became the chairman of the party advisory council in 2009. Prabowo ran for president again but lost to his rival. In 2014, he ran again only to face another defeat. Similarly, in 2019, Prabowo contested the presidential election for the fourth time but lost one more. Despite his repeat losses in presidential election, Prabowo held significant political position, including serving as Indonesian Minister of Defense in 2019. Appointed by President Joko Widodo during his tenure as Minister of Defense from 2019 to 2024, Prabowo made several advancements in Indonesian defense sector, including boosting defense technology and increasing the production of domestically made military equipment, demonstrating his commitment to supporting national products. After 5 years as Minister of Defense, Prabowo ran for president again in 2024, driven by his ambition to serve the Indonesian people. This time, he paired with Gibran Rakabuming Raka as his vice-presidential candidate. After contesting for the fifth time, Prabowo won the presidential election, defeating two other candidate pairs and became the eighth president of Indonesia for the 2024 until 2029 term. The people of Indonesia have expressed their appreciation and admiration for Prabowo's efforts and success in winning the presidency. His vision and mission for Indonesia gave gained widespread respect, particularly for his aim to improve the country across all sectors and to increase the welfare of the Indonesian people. After his inauguration as president, Prabowo demonstrated his patriotism by using an Indonesian-made car as his official presidential vehicle. Furthermore, he requested his cabinet ministers to use domestically produced vehicles from their official duties as well, with the goal of fostering national pride and advancing Indonesian technological capability. In the days following his inauguration, it became evident that Prabowo was committed to performing his duty as head of state with integrity and responsibility. He also prioritized addressing corruption, leading to the uncovering and arrest of several individuals involved in corruption cases in Indonesia. This swift action earned him admiration from the public for his bold and decided approach to fight corruption. Nearly a month into his presidency, Prabowo has not only focused on domestic issues but has also begun to engage with world leaders and strategic diplomatic ties with various countries to benefit Indonesia. This marks the beginning of his presidency, and while it will take time for him to fully prove his leadership, there is hope among the Indonesian people that he will fulfill his duty as president with sincere dedication and responsibility. We the people of Indonesia hope that President Prabowo will effectively carry out his vision and mission to make Indonesia a better, more prosperous nation, standing proudly among the world's leading countries. That's the end of my speech. If there are any short omissions or mistakes, I apologize. I consulted with. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Assignment frequency. My name Muhammad Farras. Name 44240785. Class 441E05. What are adverbs of frequency? An adverb of frequency is a word that tells us how often something happens. Adverbs of frequency are words that describe how often something happens. Some examples of adverbs of frequency are always, usually, often, sometimes, and really and never. These words are used to mention the regularity or irregularity of an action in a sentence. There are two basic types of adverb of frequency are definite adverb of frequency or definite of frequency. The placement of the adverb of frequency are at the beginning or in a sentence for emphasis. Simple rules for adverb of frequency. Always use adverb of frequency to discuss how often something happens. If a sentence has only one verb, place the adverb of frequency in the middle of the sentence so that it is positioned after the subject but before the verb. We can also use the following expressions when we want to be more specific about the frequency: every day, every week, every month, every year, and more. An adverb of frequency goes before a main verb. Expect with to be. An adverb of frequency goes after the verb to be. Types of adverb frequency. Definite frequency adverb describe how often an action occurs at a specific time. This adverb provides specific information about frequency of an action. Definite. Number 1, every hour. Number 2, every day. Number 3, weekly. Number 4, monthly. Number 5, daily. And last number, yearly. Example definitive. Yearly or annually, I love exploring new cultures and destinations, planning trips that broaden my horizon and create lasting memories, which I try to do yearly. Every hour. Every hour I focus on completing small tasks that help me stay productive and organized throughout the day. Every week. And I and my family go to the zoo every week to see our favorite two-horned rhinoceros or favorite animals. Every day, I have developed a productive routine that includes exercise and reading, which I practice every day to maintain my focus and energy for the tasks ahead. Indefinite frequency adverb describe how often an action occurs without specifying a specific time of frequency. These adverbs provide an approximate idea of the frequency of an action. Adverbs of frequency are categorized based on the frequency they express. Example of indefinite. Always. Even though life gets busy, I always make it a priority to have dinner with my family at least once a week because it helps us stay connected and share our experiences. Usually when I visit my grandparents, they prepare my favorite meal, which make every visit feel special and comforting. Often, after a long week at work, I like to relax by watching movies and reading books, which I do often. Often I find myself daydreaming about traveling to new places and experiencing different cultures. I rarely get the chance to watch live concert, but when I do, it feels like a thoroughly unforgettable experience. Never. I never found someone like you, the one who keeps trying hard in every situation. Adverb of frequency for emphasis. We can use some adverb for frequency at the beginning or end of a sentence for emphasis. Example of adverb frequency of emphasis. Sometimes after a long week at work, I take a spontaneous trip to the beach just to clear my mind and escape the routine of daily life. I am not typically a morning person, but there are days when I wake up early, feeling energetic and ready to start the day sometimes. Example of adverb frequency of emphasis. Always, every day or week, usually or often, sometimes, rarely, and never. These are some activities or routines that people usually do: badminton, baseball, volleyball, running, and table tennis. How do you use adverb of frequency in a sentence? Number 1, every day. Daily action always happening. Number 2, often. Occurs frequently but not always. And number 3, occurs occasionally or sporadically. And last number, never. Does not happen at all. For example, every day. I try to make time for exercise every day, even though my schedule is quite packed, because I believe it's important for maintaining both physical and mental health. Often, although I have a demanding job, I often take short breaks through the day to walk outside and get some fresh air, as it helps me stay focused and energized. Sometimes I feel like taking a break from social media, especially when I've been online for hours and need to disconnect to clear my mind. I rarely eat fast food because I prefer to cook healthy meals at home. But once in a while, I'll treat myself to burger if I'm really craving it. Last, never. I never skip breakfast as I believe it's the most important meal of the day and sets the tone for my energy level through the morning. Thank you.